Cliff. This is Michelle. First of all, I want to say thank you for taking time out of your day yesterday to speak with me. In this video, I'm going to show you those 3 things that you can do to bring more customers to your business. So once you had a moment to look at the video, if you do have any questions for me, please don't hesitate to reach out and we can definitely talk. Or you can take these 3 things I'm going to show you and do it yourself. I'm perfectly fine with that as well. So let's go ahead and get started. And the 3 things that we're going to go over today are going to be content, citations, and backlinks. So number 1 is going to be content. And most business owners know that they need content, but they don't know the average amount of content on the number 1 result on Google is going to be anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 words. So for you just to show up at the top of Google, you need to at least have 1,500 words on your homepage with those right keywords. And what we're going to go ahead and do today is I'm going to compare tailored lawns and tree services with one of your number 1 competitors there, and it's going to be Norman Tree. And, you know, we're just going to compare, like if you go through your website right now, we do see a lot of content on there. It looks really good. I like how these titles are coming in from the sides. It's a really nice looking site. And if we go over to Norman Tree, just go down here really quick. They have a lot of content as well, some nice pictures also. What I went ahead and did is I took both of your homepage URLs and put them into a word counter here. And if you look right here, you guys have 3,481 words, where Norman Tree has 1,741. So good job, you are beating them out on the word count. But we do just want to make sure, since you do have a lot of wording, that you do have a lot of those keywords in there as well, because if we do scroll down past years, it is also picking up your reviews, plus this little notation down here in this estimate request page. So it's picking up those words as well. So a lot of this through here may not have a lot of key words that you want to have and be found for. So what I went ahead and also did today is we have these different tools that we can use, and we use one called 𝙬𝙧𝙧𝙬𝙧. There's other ones out there that, you know, all of them are basically, they do charge fees. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go over here to Norman Tree, and we're going to look at the keywords that they have on their homepage. So if we go ahead and click on this, right here it's going to tell me they have Norman Tree Service, Norman Tree Removal, Norman OK Tree Service Norman OK, Arborist Norman OK, Tree Removal Norman OK. So they've got a lot of keywords that are coming in here for them. Now the only thing, Norman Tree Service, to me that's actually probably looking to be like a branded name, because their company is Norman Tree. So with it not having like Norman OK behind it or Norman Tree Removal, these 2 right here could be those branded names where it has that company name listed in it. So let's go ahead and look at yours. We're going to go ahead and move this back here real quick so we can use this later on. If we go over to your site, you have 65 keywords. So let's go ahead and click into there. Okay, and we have Tailored Lawn and Tree Services, LLC, and then you have Oklahoma City Tree Removal Service, Oklahoma City Tree Service, Tailored Tree, Tree Removal, Oklahoma City, and it keeps going down a lot of just different Oklahoma City ones. You did come up in the Norman, when I did a search for tree services in Norman, you did come up on that list. But most of your keywords, it looks like here you're being found for, is going to be Oklahoma City, which is fine as well. And then also just to remember that one that was on there, I do apologize, Tailored Lawn and Tree Services is your branded name. It's your first thing that you're being found for is keywords. Perfect, it's fine, but just remember a lot of companies out there, when they're looking for a service, they're putting in like Oklahoma City Tree Service or Tree Removal Oklahoma City because they don't know your company name, so they're not putting that in. Let's go ahead and switch that back. So you just want to make sure then on your home page, which you do already have, you do have those 15 to 2,500 words, but you just want to make sure that you do have those rich keywords, rich intended keywords that you want to be found for. So what I went ahead and also did is I went ahead, as I said earlier, I put in here tree service 𝙤𝙤𝙙𝙚𝙤, okay. And most of the times when you first come in here, you're going to see these where it says sponsored ads. And I even noticed that you're listed under here as well, tailored lawn and tree services. These are Google ads. Now here's the thing. They can work, as long as your website is dialed in, but they can also be a real money pit if your website isn't. So you just want to make sure before you spend a lot of money on Google ads that your site is going to convert, so that you're not wasting that money. So number 2 that we're going to look at today is going to be citations. So if we go ahead and go past all these sponsored ones, even R&B trees right here, you're going to come down to this business sections where you have Affordable Tree, Tree Wizard, and Tip Top Crane and Tree Service. And this is where your name, address, and phone number is listed across different directories. So it's going to be your business name, address, and phone number. And this is where Google verifies and gives relevance to local businesses. So for you to show up in this section right here, you want to make sure that you go out and you get more of your business name, address, phone number listed on different directories. And we're talking about places like Yahoo Local, Bing, Local Pages, Yellow USA, just that you start showing up in this top 3. These 3 right here is considered our map pack. And there are top 3. So when probably anywhere from 35, maybe 40% of customers, when they're looking for a specific service, and say they put in here tree service 𝙤𝙤𝙙𝙚, okay, they're going to pick one of these top 3 right here that's listed in this map pack. And this is where you want to be. And for you to get there, like I said, you need to get those directories. So if your number 1 competitor, say Affordable Tree Service right here, has say 100 citations, then you want to go out and get 50 to 100 more citations so that you start beating them and Google starts pushing you above them in this map pack. Google starts to trust you, and then they're going to move you up into here as well. And there are ways out there that you can get these. There's different companies like Bright Local, White Spark, 𝙬𝙧𝙬𝙧𝙬 has it too, but where you would go out and get the directories that your competition is listed on, and you just go down that same list and you get those directories added to yours that you don't have that your competitors do. So, and then number 3 is going to be what we consider backlinks. And it's the 3rd pillar that will really help you dominate in Google. So if you go ahead and scroll past this business section right here, the maps, you're going to come right here where you see Norman Tree. And this is going to be the number 1 position in our organic area. And this is where you want to be. And for you to get here, you need to have authority. And how do you get authority? Well, it comes down to backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. But here's the thing. Not all backlinks are created equal. So you want to make sure that you get either like a local blog or another industry site linking back to you, because that would be great. But if you're out there and you're a tree service and you get, say, McDonald's or Starbucks linking to you, that's not a good backlink because you guys don't sell those types of services. So you just want to make sure you do have backlinks from strong, relevant sources. And there's spammy ones out there too, so you got to be very careful with the ones that are coming from like overseas, or even local ones here that are not good backlinks, that they are spammy ones. So let's go ahead real quickly and go back to that 𝙬𝙧𝙬𝙬 that we were looking at earlier. And you can see right here, Norman Tree has 245 backlinks. And if we go over to yours, you have 16 backlinks. And what that is telling me, with them being here in this number 1 position, your competitor, they've got backlinks from strong, relevant sources. And how do you get these? It's the same way. We have 𝙬𝙧𝙬𝙧, there's Ahrefs, which is a higher priced company that you can get this from, but you can get the same links that are linking to your competitors. And we go down that same list and we get the ones that you don't have and get those backlinks linked to your business. Getting to the top is not magic. It is definitely a method, and I've shown you that here today. So really quickly, let's just go over these three things again. So number one is going to be content. On your home page, you want to at least have 15 to 2,500 words, which you do, but you also want to make sure that you have those rich, keywords, the ones that are for the services that you offer, and those can be behind pictures as well. So if we just click on this real quick, you can see right here it has tree services. So you can add additional wording in there of those different services that you offer. Number two is going to be the citations. So for you to show up in the map pack right here, these top three, you want to make sure that you have anywhere from 50 to 100%, 50 to 100% more citations than your competitors, so you're beating them out by a landslide. And number three is going to be those backlinks. You want to make sure you have more relevant sites pointing at your business to show Google you are the authority. And if you implement these things, you can become number one across Google. So now you might be asking, well, what do I do now? And there's two things. You can either go with this information I provided you and do it yourself. I'm perfectly fine with that. Or, however, if you want the most effective route, just give me a call. My name is Michelle. My number here is 405-410-3024. Once again, my name is Michelle. My husband is Stephen. We own Thrive Tunnel Digital Marketing Pros here in Moore, Oklahoma. Once again, that number is 405-410-3024. Once again, Cliff, I appreciate your time, and I look forward to hearing from you. You have a great day. Bye.